Hi, I'm Tia Bottom with timemarker.photography, and I'm the creator of Empowering Time Markers. I am on Facebook and all over the place. And today is my interview with Dawn Regner. She is a life coach and motivational speaker, and I am delighted to talk to you this week. Could you explain what you do and who you are, please?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Tia. My name is Dawn Regner. My business is New Dawn Rising. And so a year and a half ago, I established New Dawn Rising. It came actually out of a personal experience that I went through where I had a very strong disconnection from the birth of my firstborn grandchild. All the happy, exciting things that grandmom is supposed to feel, I felt none of them. I simply felt very disconnected and disengaged, and I didn't understand why at all. So I actually put myself into life coaching. Life coaching is what I do now, but it's forward focused. So life coaching looks at where you are right now and where you want to be and helps to navigate you to get there. Counseling is incredibly beneficial. I've been through it myself. Counseling looks at where you are now and what your past experiences have been that have brought you into that space. So coaching goes forward focused, and I knew that that's what I needed. So I actually went into life coaching myself for a year, and out of that experience, was just absolutely, number one, transformed. Number two, so inspired to share the tools and the benefits of life coaching with the women that I interact with every day. So that is, in a very brief nutshell, what I do. I do small group, in-home, and virtual coaching for groups of 4 to 6 ladies who get together and want to experience life coaching on a more higher level, meaning not the deep dive that we would do one-on-one. So I started doing that this spring, and I'm speaking for anyone who cares to hear me talk. So that's a brief nutshell about me.
I love that. It does say my internet connection is unstable, so hopefully we can get through this. First of all, I love that you do that, and I love that it manifested that way and took you on that journey. And I absolutely love your name. Like, I love that you use your name in it, and it's fantastic. So the next question is, what is one thing you do every day, either for your business or personal?
Well, it changes as I am inspired or moved, or as flow will shift. Right now, what I'm doing, and it's so cool that you're asking me this because I just started this recently, it's fantastic, is I've actually started writing a letter to myself every day. So rather than the maybe traditional journaling, I'm not really strong with journaling, but I started writing a letter to myself, to my soul, to my core. Asking me what I need for the day. And then I actually take time and think, and I answer myself. So as bizarre as that sounds, it is incredible. And just today, the answer I got was that I needed to get back involved with horses, which I grew up riding horses. And so I've already reached out and connected, and I'm going to start grooming for a farm that's nearby of someone that I've known for like 15 years. And going on a trail ride. So it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. As awkward as it sounds to be writing a letter to yourself, you're actually just looking deeply at your soul and what your soul needs just for that day, like just for that one day. It's phenomenal. So right now, that's my answer.
I love that. I've never heard of doing that as a daily, and it's purposeful, and I love that you're getting answers because it's all within you, right? So it's kind of like putting it out there. Yeah. So that is so good.
You just have to slow down long enough to give yourself time to listen. And that's what we don't do. Even in this time that we're all, quarantined and all this mess, we still are just busy, trying to keep ourselves distracted, I personally believe, from what's truly important. So Yes. Yeah. So thank you. I'm so glad I got to share that. I haven't shared that with too many people yet.
Well, I'm glad that I asked that. That's so cool. Okay. What is your best organizational tool?
Mm. It is planning. I am a planner kind of junkie, and I'm always trying to figure out the best source for me. Planning is critical. I know when I don't do it, I feel very scattered and anxious and not knowing. Um, However, it's also very challenging for me because it is very easy for me to get distracted from that, actually doing the planning. So right now, my MO is I do planning on Saturday mornings for the next week. I have a very strong policy of I don't do anything on Sundays. I don't, if I have to work on Sundays, I feel that like I don't feel good the next week. I just don't feel like I've reset enough. So
Yeah.
Sunday's my day to do that. So Saturday I plan the next week so that Sunday can be a mindful, carefree, do what I want day. And that's why this Sunday I'm going horseback riding. So.
Awesome. I love that. So basically it's creating boundaries, right? So you're like
Yes.
a boundary queen.
Yeah.
Like I don't do this on this day. So that is a great tip, actually.
Yes.
So
Boundaries. That's a good word I use a lot. So yes, yep, you nailed it.
do you have a team that you work with?
I do not currently have a team. And all happened for a reason. And I love that we're having this conversation today because number one, I got to share my letters to myself, but also just last week, I joined a co-op co-working space. It's actually in Lancaster and I live in Maryland, but it is closer for me where I live in the county that I live in is very close to the PA line. So it's actually closer for me to do this space than anything that's actually in my state. And though it's not a team, I'm working with others. It's just like we all work for a company, except that we're all doing our individual things. So even though I'm not doing my business currently with a team, there is something huge to be said about co-working with others in the space that, both up here and also physical space that you're in. So there's a lot of collective energy that happens there. So, and then I also do some outsourcing of my business. I outsource marketing. I'm actually doing some branding coming up, and I've outsourced some of the other areas over time. But no, as far as team and coaching right now, it's just me.
Well, that's a great answer. And I love that idea of going somewhere. It can make you more productive and especially with energy. That's a good.
Oh, so much so. Yeah.
Yeah. So when or what was the pivotal moment in your business so far?
In my business, so in my career, I've shared that at the beginning because that's actually, I'm a professional accountant by trade. So I actually have an accounting practice still today. I serve about 18 to 20 clients in QuickBooks support and training. So my business was actually when it launched. So I started out just wanting to do motivational speaking and speaking at conferences, speaking to women, helping them to navigate finding their purpose. I'm a self-established purpose finder. That's what's on my business card. I believe that the pivotal point was realizing that there was also a huge need for one-on-one coaching. I wasn't going to do one-on-one coaching when I started the business. I wanted to just go out and speak, but go figure, I'm not Rachel Hollis out of the gate, so it wasn't so easy just to start going out and people paying me money to speak. So I really kind of, at first I wasn't going to do one-on-one coaching, but I had some people that I'm very close to that I was getting signs pointing, this is what you need to look into. And so pursuing that has made an incredible difference, because I was able to, number one, get certified in life coaching, also in spiritual coaching, but also I've been able, now I'm changing lives, because I have women that are trusting me with their very personal, intimate, details and insecurities and vulnerabilities, and making the difference. So when I got my certification, you're required to do some gratis coaching, where you're learning coaching, getting your hours in before you actually go for your exam. And changing 3 specific lives came to mind before I even went into this for fee. And that was when I just for sure knew that I was meant to be doing this. So I would say that. And that was actually a year ago, this month. Yeah, this month.
Oh,
Yep.
I like that a lot. So it's sort of like finding your purpose, like came all together and was like, yes.
Did. Yeah, it really did.
Okay. Do you have advice on how to balance personal and business life?
I do. I have a lot. I'm just trying to decide
I'm sure you do. That's
piece I
sort
want
of
to
like
share.
your wheelhouse, right?
It is my wheelhouse. So right now I have a challenge growing in my private group, which is about, it's called the ripple effect. And basically it's just about making a difference in the lives of others in the smallest ways, sending a note of how much you appreciate someone, or paying for a coffee in the checkout line, but before someone that's behind you and you don't even know who they are, just rippling that out. But what it really comes down to for me is, and what I really do stay very honed in on, and personally, is giving yourself time every day, yourself time, because we hit the gate, hit the ground running, hop out of bed when we finally get, or I will hop out of bed. Like some people don't want to get out of bed. I'm an early bird, so that's not the case with me. But finding time in the day and blocking it, and boundaries, like you said, establishing it as really sacred, whether it might even be 15 minutes. I mean, sometimes that's truly all I can do. Sometimes it's more, which is great, but not every day. But if I don't give myself time, I get distracted, I get resentful, I get anxious, I get all those things. And again, that's, back to writing that letter to myself. That's another piece of how I'm doing that. But that's the biggest piece is number one, it's giving yourself time every day. And number two is giving yourself grace, which is forgiving yourself when you screw up, because we're human. We screw up all the time, and giving ourselves grace to forgive ourselves, move on, next step. Okay, what did I learn from that? Whatever that is, but forgiving ourselves for making mistakes, which is how we learn.
Absolutely. So is your Facebook group, can anybody join?
Yes. Yeah, that would be wonderful. The group is called Rising Tides. When I started New Dawn Rising, I just, the quote that just really inspired me so much was it's a JFK quote from like the 60s. A rising tide lifts all the boats. And so it's, we can all collectively rise together, that there's not, we have to keep it all to ourselves and hide it and, be selfish, because when we share the good that we have to offer and our purpose, or, whatever that is, or the cup of coffee that we paid for the guy behind us, we lift everyone up. So that was the quote that inspired me. And so the Rising Tides is a group page that came out of that I have quite a few in there right now. And I would love anyone to join. You're welcome to find it on Facebook, and you can.
I will get the link and I will put it in the description of the video.
Wonderful.
And when I post it, so people can find you.
Thank you. That would be great. I would love to have that continue to rise. Thank you.
Okay. What do you wish you knew at the start of your business? or
I
career?
wish I
Like,
knew
you
that
wanna
I
go
needed to give
back?
myself grace.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the business has only been, it'll be 2 years in January that it's been officially a business. And yeah, it would be to, no, I know what it is. I'm gonna change. I started to say
Okay.
give myself grace, but no, um, it's keep the blinders on. That's the biggest thing. So rather than comparing myself to other coaches out there, to other speakers out there, to other everythings out there, that is very distracting, and that has kept me from advancing as much as I could be if I wasn't so busy watching what everybody else is doing and not just doing staying in my lane and keeping my blinders on.
That's fantastic. And it's perfect for this month of vision and focus. That's what this month is about. And I'm so glad that you said that and changed it, because especially at the beginning of your business, like, you are like, can I fit in here? But you are making space for yourself. You are not like anyone else. So that's great. I love that answer. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
What is the hardest part of your job?
um,
Can you share?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say time management, because the planning that I talked about, as important as that is, I'm not savvy enough to be doing very specific time blocking, and I see that slip daily, where it would definitely be effective time management. And I really feel like time blocking is the answer to that. I'm not there yet. So
Yeah, and you'll find it. Hopefully we'll have stuff in this group too that'll help everybody else too, and you with that. That's my goal, right? So what's the easiest part of your job?
Oh gosh, talking to women, just talking to women about not actually not even about what I do, but learning about them and what makes them tick, and getting them to open up. I mean, I have been given, I know this, and I don't say it in a cocky way, I've been given a gift to be a good listener. And so I find when I'm with women, I just love spending time. And that's, again, that could even go back to the effective time management, because I could literally spend 3 hours with someone because I just want to know everything. So yeah, I would say it's that personal engaging with women.
So I just want to add that you and I have had a few Zooms together, and I absolutely adore you. I just love you. You are definitely a sister to me. We are both polka dots, but we're not in the same, what is it called? Chapter, thank you. It's like group. So we met on one of those fast connects with people that we do from around different areas. And I am so glad that you and I were like, I need to know you. So I just want to thank you so much for hanging with me today. And I have one final question. What would you like the ladies listening to know about you or your business? Anything coming up? How can they reach you besides the links that I'm going to provide?
Okay. I would say right now, what I'm really promoting, I shared it at the beginning, is are the small group in-home and virtual coaching series. I established them. Well, interestingly, I began getting them created right before COVID happened, and then everything just went and held on hold, and I honestly didn't feel very comfortable promoting anything in this time. So many people would be like, oh my gosh, people need you more than ever right now as a coach and as a support system and a mentor. And I was like, it just didn't feel like what I was supposed to do then, with so much unknown. I was like, the last thing I want to do is be out promoting about anything with business. That was just the way that I took. And again, the blinders on was hard because I kept having people say, you should, you need to. I didn't. And I'm so glad that I stayed true to what my beliefs were on that. But the small group series that I've created, I'm so proud of it. It is absolutely taking off because now I am promoting it. Now I'm comfortable. I feel like even though there's still a lot unknown, we are, I guess, getting used to the unknown, and that we don't know what the next is going to be, but we realize this is what we're going to be dealing with. So the way that they're set up, and I would love to have anyone, who's interested. I'd be happy to send out information. They're set up almost like very similar to like an in-home party, like Pampered Chef, for example, where the host or hostess doesn't pay for the coaching at all. And they invite 3, 4, 5 women that they typically know, or maybe co-work, like one's doing it with coworkers, into either in-home, or some are still virtual, that's fine, to have 4 2-hour sessions of coaching and getting some of the tools that I've learned, that I practice much more intimately one-on-one. So we're doing it kind of at a broader level. And the price point is just, I'm very proud to share this. It's really like marketing for me. It's affordable and it's fun, and it is letting women know what the benefits are that are out there, that I really feel. I didn't know what coaching was, quite frankly. Life coaching, I thought, okay, I have a life and I'm good. I don't know what this life coaching thing is, but I know that I don't need it, until I did. And then off we went. So my goal is to really get other women to understand the experience, and the small group in-home and virtual series is what's doing that. So
it's education.
that's my big one.
It's like you're educating and showing how transformative life coaching can be. It absolutely is. And I'm sure you have like exercises and things to do, not physical exercises technically, but so I'm so looking forward to your workshop next week on Wednesday morning. Could you tell a little bit about like what you're going to be doing?
Sure. Actually, and so what I'm doing is called Now Vision, and that is one of the sessions that comes out of the small group session, that the series that I was just talking about. So perfect segue. So what we're going to be doing is, it's called Now Vision. So for anyone who has done vision boarding before, you're planning and you're setting intention for the way you want your goals to be met, whether it's, financial, vacation, whatever it is, you put them on a board. I actually have a book mine's on my desk that I use, that I flip the pages depending on what I feel like being inspired by that week or that day. Now Vision is actually, we're doing it in writing. So we will actually be doing writing together in the hour that we spend, with some prompts. We look at today, we fast forward a year, we put ourselves in that year, in a year down the road, and there's different prompts that are specific areas that I'll have you thinking of. And then we are actually going to be writing our vision in present tense, in like a journaling form. And then there are some other pieces to that will inspire and motivate and challenge you from that. But it's been really successful, especially in the times that we're in, getting everyone out of the muck and looking forward. The feedback's been phenomenal. So I'm really excited to share it with your group.
I am so excited to have that, and I will be there. So what do we need? Like a pen and paper?
Yep. Yes, pen and paper is what you need. Some people have written in journals if those that do journal. I would encourage you to not, if possible, like not have it in a journal, because you're actually going to be doing something with what you write. So a blank piece of paper, separate notebook is actually better for this. But I mean, if not, it's not the end of the world. But if you can, yeah, separate. Yeah, that's really, I mean, that's all you need, other than, you know, your creative mind and the openness to think forward a year.
Yes, I'm so excited about that. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this and being one of my first ladies. And I absolutely adore you, and I cannot wait to see
Oh,
the next.
same here. And isn't it just so cool how we were talking unrelated to this at all? And then it just evolved into being the perfect timing. I mean, I truly do. I don't believe, number one, I do not believe in coincidences ever. I've never believed in coincidences since I was a young teenager. But everything happens for a reason. And so how cool that we get to take advantage of us meeting, whatever, I guess it was, I don't know, a month and a half ago or two. I don't even know how long it was, but yes, I consider you a friend as well. So thanks so much. And I'm so glad I get to be able to be part of this launch.
Oh, thank you. I'll see you later.